In this skill builder video, I'm going to teach you how I make my trimming templates. Now, if you've been with me for any amount of time, you'll know that I love to do hard things in the easiest way possible. And that's why I rely a lot on these trimming templates. They allow me to sew a piece of fabric and then cut a triangle or a hexagon or any other shape from that made piece of fabric. And that way I don't have to worry about piecing really weird shapes to fit them into a triangle. I can just sew, say, a strip set and then cut the triangle using the trimming template. So I'm going to teach you how I like to make any template in this skill builder video. So what you'll need to make your own template is you'll need the pattern, which if you have a book, they're in the back of the book right here. Mine are long gone, so I got a new one just to show you. So these pattern pull-out pages are back here, and that's where you'll find all the patterns, of course, in the book. But for the Stargazer quilt along, I have the patterns printed out for you, so you can just print them with your printer. And so I'll be showing you how I make the trimming template using the Stargazer pattern. And this is the pattern page, and I've got 3 different sizes here. I've got the 8-inch trimming template, the 6-inch trimming template, and the 4-inch trimming template. And you can see these are really small right here. Okay, and of course I've got this 1-inch test square here. So when you print them out on your printer, you want to make sure that they are indeed printing accurately, and you want to measure and make sure that your patterns are printed at 100%. And mine is good, so I'm good to proceed. And just a quick note for the Stargazers, this is the half base trimming template. So this 8-inch template isn't an actual 8-inch half square triangle. It's half of the 8-inch triangle, and so on for the other triangles as well. So the other things you'll need, I'm going to put the rest of the papers to the side for now. So I've got the pattern sheet here, and I'm going to put the extra stuff over here. So the other thing you'll need is, I always use Quilter's template plastic. You can use cardboard like from a cereal box. I like to use template plastic because it's see-through and I can see what I'm cutting through the template, so I'm not guessing. And it doesn't really matter for all of the triangles, but for some triangles where you want to center a certain design element, then you'll want to use a clear template so you can see that you're actually centering the design element you want to feature. So I'm going to use Quilter's template plastic. I think I got this off of Amazon, but you can find it at your local quilt shop, or you can get it on Amazon. I already said that. Or you can get it, at Joann's or something. Okay, so I got this off of Amazon, and it's a brand new package. You'll want a ruler, and I'm going to use a smaller ruler today, a Sharpie or a pen, something that marks well on the template plastic, and then you'll want scissors, and these are paper scissors, not fabric scissors. And then, like I've mentioned before, I like to keep all of my templates in a plastic sleeve folder. So I'm going to slip this one, this is extra, I already have one made. I'm going to slip it back into my plastic sleeve folder, and I'm going to put it to the side. The package of template plastic I bought has 4 gridded sheets and also 2 plain sheets. I like to use the plain sheets for the triangles just because I like to be able to see through the template, but you can use gridded if you want. I'm going to show you the plain though. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to lay your pattern on your work surface, and then you're going to lay the template plastic on top. And once you have your template plastic on top of your pattern sheet, then you're going to start making your template. There's 3 things I try to pick up when I make all of my templates. First, I'm going to get the dots of the triangle. Second, I'm going to connect the lines. I'm going to connect the dots. And then third, I'm going to label what template I made, because I want to remember what the template is for. And when I find a big bunch of templates, it's really helpful to know what the pattern is versus trying to guess at what pattern that template was for. So first we're going to do the dots. And I'm going through and I'm getting the dots on the seam allowance first, and then I'm going to get the dots on the outer portion of the triangle. And I'm trying to get as much information from the template, from the plastic. I'm trying to get as much information on the paper to the plastic before the plastic might move. So now that I've got the dots, I can move the paper if I want to. And if I do end up moving the paper, it's not a big deal because I can just go back and connect the dots. So that's why I always do the dots first. Okay, second thing is I've got the dots, now I'm going to connect the dots. And I've got the lines drawn for the seam line on the triangle. Now I'm going to go back and connect the dots on the outer portion of the triangle. So I'm just connecting the dots again. All right, so I've got the triangle drawn onto my plastic template. So the third and last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write what the template is. So it's the half base, trimming template, and it's 8 inches. And I'm going to put the title of the book on the template as well. So Modern Triangle, half base trimming template, 8 inches. Okay, so this way if I put the template in a plastic sleeve and years later when I come back to that plastic sleeve, I'll remember, I won't have to remember, I'll be able to read what this template is from. Okay, so when you make your own templates, you want to look for you want to do 3 things. First, you want to draw the dots and you want to prioritize the dots so that you're getting the dots on the seam allowance, I'm sorry, not the seam allowance, the seam line, so the inner portion of the triangle, and then the outer portion of the triangle, or whichever shape you're working on. Then you want to connect those dots. And then the third and final thing is you want to label your template clearly. And then the last step is to cut out your template. And I'm just cutting right on the line of that outer portion of the template. You'll see when I show you how to use the trimming template that the most important part is to get the stitch line on the template. Okay, that is how I make any and all of my templates. The last thing I do to make my templates a little bit easier to use is I stick some washi tape or some sticky 3M things on the back. And this makes the template stick a little bit to the fabric so it's not slipping and sliding when you go and use it to trace and cut. My kids have my washi tape, so I need to go find washi tape or something. So I'll end the tutorial here and I will see you in the next segment. Bye for now.